Welcome to Shakespeare's Coffee Break, the weekly show where we discuss all that's best in life over coffee. Friends, I am your friendly neighborhood Shakespeare, and I'm sitting here in my dining room today, not out on the porch, just because I already had everything set up here for another thing. But I am your friendly neighborhood Shakespeare. This is my coffee break. Let's start things off right with having a nice, noisy slurp. Oh, that is some fantastic internet audio. And special thanks to the Jackdaws, as always, for providing... Oh, there we go. Doorway's missing now. For providing the intro music for this show. You can find them by going to their Patreon, patreon.com/thejackdaws, and you can also go to their Facebook page. And next time I talk about them, I'll just have the stuff ready to go up. But welcome to the AMA show. Yes, it is the Ask Me Anything show. And friends, we already have a couple of questions in, but as I am preparing to bring up the AMA stuff, what do you want to talk about today? I mean, there is no guest, it's just you and me. So we can talk about basically anything we want to talk about. And really, let's give them something to talk about. Talk about love. Another mystery to figure out. Let's give them something to talk about. Talk about love, love, love. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I mean, we don't have to. I mean, we could talk about other things too. We could talk about the state of Star Trek if you'd like. Like, Shakespeare, why are you so obsessed with Star Trek? I mean, that would be a good question. Shakespeare, do you like other sci-fi franchises? Indeed, I do. I am a big fan of Babylon 5, for instance. Battlestar Galactica, the 2005 era reboot. I like Star Wars. Star Wars is good. I mean, I have nothing against Star Wars. I mean, it's not Star Trek, but then sometimes Star Trek isn't Star Trek. So it's fine. But here we are. Have it up on screen. There we go. Ask me anything. We can have a nice, good call. Oh, that looks even better. Oh, wow. I feel fancy now. I managed to hit the right button. But go ahead and ask your questions. Some of them have already been pre-submitted, and others are going to be brought up here. But here's a pre-submitted one that I won't be able to bring up on screen, but I will hopefully be able to read it from my screen. Oh, here we go. What is my Renaissance fair food of choice? What is my Renaissance fair food of choice? Soup in a bread bowl. As a vegetarian borderline vegan, I can have eggs. It's fine, but no butter, no cheese, nothing like that. As a vegetarian borderline vegan, I can't go get a Scotch egg. I mean, I can make it myself, and that's delicious, and I really want to do it now. But I can't do some other ones. I can't do, turkey legs. I can't do broccoli cheddar soup, but I can do just a nice, good vegetable barley. New York Renaissance Fair, as a matter of fact, has a wonderful vegetable barley soup that tastes amazing in a bread bowl. Oh, so good. It's a sourdough bread bowl. Just so good. Second favorite, mac and cheese, but I can't eat the fair's mac and cheese anymore because, again, dairy. But so good, so good. Second favorite overall Renaissance Festival food. At the Louisiana Renaissance Festival, I get a wonderful Mediterranean platter with falafel and in stuffed grape leaves. And I heart me some dolmades. So yes, let us do that. Susan Hill asking live right here now. If you, Master Shakespeare, were going to write an episode of Trek, what would it be in? I'm assuming what series would it be in? And what would be the title? Oh, all right. Well, let's just set it in. Let's set it in the Picard era and call it What Dreams May Come. It's a Hamlet reference. And you know what you could do? Bring back Data. Because why not? Because they're doing all sorts of other weird things. Bring back Data again. Just keep doing it. Dream sequence Data once per season. All right. Who is my favorite Star Trek character? Cinema Reaper Reviews asks on YouTube. Oh, hello, YouTube viewer. Hello, Cinema Reaper Reviews. Please, by the way, go like and subscribe. YouTube.com/C/Shakespeare approves. And I have that right there. There we go. All right. See, that's fantastic. All right. So, Cinema Reaper, great name, Cinema Reaper. Cinema Reaper asked, who is my favorite Star Trek character? Or what is my favorite Star Trek character? Following what? The android, who? Lieutenant Commander Data. Never got a promotion in rank or position, but he's my favorite. That goes back to childhood. He's just absolutely wonderful. He shows us what it means to be human. David Schwartz just saying, hello! Hello, my friend. Kate Grohl is asking, how's it going? That is a question. Pretty good. I broke my toe. And not even out running or hiking. No, I broke my toe slamming it twice. You can hear our scream wife laughing. Slamming it twice against a door frame. Because why not? So it is wrapped up. I'm wearing, in order to be able to walk around the house without fear, I am wearing my Ugg boots right now. Because they're the only thing wide enough to have my toe wrapped up, with the toenail being black and like looking like it's gonna fall off any second now. All wrapped to the next toe, gauze thrown in there, and just like, yeah, this is the first time I've ever broken my toe, and it's not fun. Ah, goodness gracious. But otherwise, other than that, pretty good. We're holding auditions tonight. Second round of auditions for a play I am co-producing, so that's kind of fun. All right. Let us see. Oh, David asks, if I were a tree, what kind of tree would I be and why? Cherry. No. Yeah, cherry. No. Yes, cherry tree. Not simply because we are approaching July 4th. By the way, happy Canada Day. Here in the United States where I am, we're approaching July 4th. Well, we're approaching July 4th no matter where in the country or the world you are. But 4th of July, of course, being the American holiday, American Independence Day. Not simply because George Washington mythically chopped down a cherry tree and then told his father, he cannot lie, it was he who did it. By the way, sheer conjecture, it's an apocryphal story, whatever. It's nice to say, oh, he was the most honest of us all, whatever. Cherry tree, following the samurai traditions, that you have to honor life. Life is fleeting and it is beautiful. So when the cherry blossoms bloom, and of course you see it if you're in the Washington, D.C. area in the beautiful tidal basin. When the cherry blossoms bloom, it is a celebration of life. And then as the blooms only last for but a short time, it is a reminder that life is fleeting and precious, and we must honor it. Wonderful question, David. That caused me to go to a surprisingly deep place. Thank you. All right. Let's see. Sally is not even talking to me. She's talking to Susan. Susan's cool, Sally, but come on. Jim asks, what is this comm badge from? It's not strictly speaking a comm badge. Well, I guess actually it would be. It's from Star Trek Discovery. And here we go. Let me bring it up right here to the camera. It's from Star Trek Discovery. As you know, no comm badges until we reach the next generation era, just slightly before with the Enterprise C. But it was a Section 31 badge, but the black enamel was chipping off. It started chipping off right away. So I went through with some soap and water and a very nice little, not just scrubby, more of like a peeler, like a plastic scraper, and took off the rest of the enamel and just made it beautifully silver. And I love it. And so it's my overall Starfleet Delta, and I like that. So I guess it would be a comm badge because Section 31 apparently had comm badges. David Schwartz, he would be in a lot of trouble if he had to stop having dairy, because that would mean no more delicious Carvel milkshakes. That is correct, until at some point, like everybody, they're going to offer some wonderful non-dairy alternatives, like Ben and Jerry do. Oh, yes, cherry porter. Yeah, thank you, Becca. Thank you. Jim says, Data was a captain, LOL, for an episode, but he got a new position. Yes, well, he was temporarily captain. of that beautiful little Nebula class cruiser during the Klingon Civil War. However, he did not receive even a brevet promotion to captain, much as Riker did during the Best of Both Worlds. But rather, it was, temporary reassignment. But yes, you're correct, Jim. He was made first officer of the Enterprise once Riker would have left, but he died before that happened. So there's that. So we can do this all day. We might. Who knows? Susan says she was going to say that, but she didn't want to be that person. All right, well done, Susan. All right, so you didn't have to. Thank you for your honesty. And now Susan is talking to Sally, just saying, "Hi, Sally. Does anyone care about me? Does anyone care about my show? I mean, come on, really? I mean, you know what? Half the time I don't even care about my show. I mean, today, look, I'm wearing a V-neck T-shirt that I keep trying to shove down, but it's like, do I care? I don't know." Sally said, "I missed her earlier. Hello." And you know what, Sally, you are correct. I will bring it up on screen. Oh, I don't even have it. I don't even see it set. Oh, there it is. Hello, Master Shakespeare. So you are correct, Sally. I did miss it. I apologize. No, I genuinely love this amazing community that we are forming here on the show through weekly conversations that we get to have, because you are forming together into a wonderful knot of people. And it is an amazing and wonderful and beautiful thing to see. And you see it happen at Renaissance Festivals Live, patrons forming friendships with each other. And it's a beautiful thing. And I want to give that up for the world. So I'm glad that we're able to carry it over here. Let us continue on. Jim said we could continue the conversation about data. Having positions on my other show, Talking Trek. Yep, that is tomorrow. Tomorrow, 6 p.m. Join me and Brian for Talking Trek. Oh, yeah, we can do that. It's the show where, among other things, we talk Trek. Funnily enough. All right. Tomorrow, 6 p.m. Over at facebook.com/Talking Trek Podcast, and then I'll share it over here. At Shakespeare Approves. Susan says, "I am, as usual, bringing the people together." That is my hope. Thank you very much. And for even making it as usual. Oh, number one is chiming in. Is there anything surprising to learn about me that all of you don't already know? I don't know. What would you determine surprising? I'm right-handed. Oh, here's something you don't know about me. I am not left-handed. Better way of putting that. Me and 80% of the population. I'm like, what do you want to know? I mean, feel free to ask me anything. I am a vegetarian. I've been vegetarian since January 1st, 2009. So 11 and a half years now. And since we are now in the second half of this horrific year. Sally says, "It's always nice to meet new people. I've made friends that way." That's usually, I think, the case. I mean, unless you make friends by meeting old people. And I don't mean the elderly. I mean just people you've already known, but possibly have disliked. I've done that occasionally. Doesn't usually work that well for me. Fun. Jim says, "Can I count how many times off-screen wife has been off-screen?" Yes, 11-1. 11-1 times. All right. Melissa writing, "All right, I opened the door." All right. Oh wow, we're going deep here. Gender identity: I identify as male. Sexuality: it's like, wait, what? Yes. No. I'm a heterosexual male. Although I can admit that there are certain men who are eye candy, such as Chadwick Boseman. That man's eye candy. Yes, he is. Spectrum of attraction, etc. Attracted to my wife. I would say it is possible that I may have started going pre off-screen wife towards the asexual category, just because I managed to, because I had had a series of bad relationships and breakups And then I decided, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore. And I just basically was able to turn off a lot of my brain. And I'm not sure if that did me a lot of good in terms of making friends and whatnot. But it did help me to learn to focus on my work a lot better. So that was good. That being said, generically cis, white, heterosexual male attracted to women. And my preferred pronouns are he, him, and his. And always respect everybody's pronouns, by the way. Respect the name they want to be called, whether it is their new name or just a nickname that they prefer. Just always respect people's choices. Do it. It costs you nothing. Just don't be a jerk. All right. That is the biggest commandment. Don't be a jerk. All right. There we go. All right. Sherry Becker. How many Ren fairs have I performed at and which ones? All right. Let's see. Overall, I don't have a number in my head, so let's just go through the year ordinarily. This year, none so far. Not looking great either. But this year, none so far. Let us see. Ordinarily, I would have the Smithville Renaissance Fair, which is an outgrowth of the New Jersey Renaissance Fair, the New Jersey Renaissance Fair, Philadelphia Renaissance Fair. Some years I'm able to fit in Mayfair on the Green. I have done one Florida show, the late and lamented Renaissance Festival of Central Florida. I then have the Louisiana Renaissance Festival at the end of the year, the Connecticut Renaissance Fair, the New York Renaissance Fair, the New York Capital District Renaissance Fair, the Midsummer Fantasy Renaissance Fair in Ansonia, Connecticut. And then this year, so that is 10, this year I was going to add number 11, Scarborough, not until 2021 now. I've had the Hudson Valley Mayfair, the Pocono Mountain Renaissance Fair, lots of little ones that sometimes I can't do and others that just no longer exist. So over a dozen. And yeah, so for a full list, go to my website, shakespeareproofs.com. Sally says, going back when we were talking about earlier, if I can't appreciate the beauty of a body, yikes, indeed. All right. Earring, Susan says, purchase or gift? Oh, gift from Off-Screen Wife. Actually, let me pop it out so I can just hold it up closer. She makes these for me. No two are exactly alike. She puts the sock and buskin, the masks of comedy and tragedy, there at the bottom on as a tiny little charm, and different gemstones. I have several fun ones. This is the one I wear most often, partly because it's the one I know where it is. All right. Let us go back to another pre-submitted question, and then we'll bring up Paolo Garbanzo. Are there any literary, this is from Ashley Wall, are there any literary characters I'm especially fond of, Shakespearean or otherwise, that I would love to one day portray? Yes. Jack/Ernest Worthing and the Importance of Being Earnest. Coming up. John Adams in 1776. Goodness gracious. Shakespeare characters. I'd actually love to be Macbeth. I'd love to be that Scottish Thane of Glamis and Cawdor. I would like to be, I mean, I'm a little old to play if you're going purely on age-wise, but I would love to be Henry V. That'd be fun. Paul is making a statement. He is not having coffee, he's having soup. Thank you for sharing. Just have your little baby Yoda bowl of soup right there. All right, you know what? We can do that with this too. Yep, it works. It totally works. Totally works. And Jim says, since I have time between all the shows I'm working on here on the net, am I writing anything new? Yes. 3 weeks from today, there will be the next Social Distancing Players show, and that is I'm sorry, no, I just did it. And that is the Hamlet Christmas special. The Indiegogo campaign to fund that show will be going up on Monday. But other Indiegogo stuff is happening, other shows, and we're going to be talking about those in a minute. But yes, I'm writing the script for the Hamlet Christmas special. I'll be working on that a lot tomorrow, and I'm always and forever writing sonnets. And if you would like to get a sonnet written, you can go to ko-fi.com/Shakespeare. That is ko-fi.com/Shakespeare. And there it is. Buy me a cup of coffee. And you can also, and while you're there, you can also commission me to write a sonnet. Sonnets are $20, $30 if you want it sent to you. So lots of good stuff. Also become a Patreon on the Arts by going to patreon.com/Shakespeare. And with that, we're going to take a quick break and pay some bills. Because, friends, Shakespeare's Coffee Break is brought to you by the good people at Hill Storage and Rigging Company. You can visit them at hillrigging.com and call them area code 717-944-7676. That number again is 717-944-7676. Enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing your equipment is in skilled and experienced hands, with services from our machine movers and erectors in Middletown, PA. Established in 1967, Hill Storage and Rigging Company is a family-owned and operated full-service millwright serving industries in the Mid-Atlantic states and beyond. We are a woman-owned small business with hours of operation Mondays through Fridays, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Time, and available Saturdays and Sundays by appointment only. Hill Storage and Rigging Company Incorporated. No job too large or too small. Again, thank you to Hill Storage and Rigging Company for being the sponsor of Shakespeare's Coffee Break. If you would like to be a sponsor, again, please feel free to email me. Go to shakespeare@shakespeareapproves.com. Email me there or send me a Facebook message, facebook.com/ShakespeareApproves. While you're doing the whole Facebook thing, go like and follow Shakespeare Approves on Facebook. Also, like and follow this show, Shakespeare's Coffee Break, there on Facebook. Go to the YouTube page, youtube.com/c/ShakespeareApproves. And also go visit my friends, the Zenith Players. You can find them at zenithplayers.com and also facebook.com/the Zenith Players. They are helping to restream this show. They are wonderful. And also go like my other stuff, the Social Distancing Players. The Social Distancing Players are there to help keep professional actors and Renaissance Festival performers semi-quasi-gainfully employed by having them perform in original works adapted from my stage shows right now, and also a few other projects that we're working on. One of those projects I'm going to talk about right now is happening next Wednesday, a week from today, and several hours in the future at 7:00 p.m. next Wednesday, A Midsummer Night's Dream of Equality, directed by fan and friend of the show, Maisha LNI. It is a co-production with the Zenith Players and the Social Distancing Players, meaning me. So you can help support the show, help support the actors who are performing in it, and the NAACP's Legal Defense Fund by donating to the Indiegogo campaign. You can find it right there. It's at the bottom of your screen, igg.me/@/A Midsummer Night's Dream. Please go do that. Support this wonderful cause and not just help keep live theatre alive, but also help do good in the world. Theatre as a social change outlet and tool. So go do that. Let's get back into your questions with me. Oh, there's a bunch more that has jumped up. Paolo says, the soup has caffeine in it. That is a weird soup, man. Are you just drinking coffee, but from a soup bowl? Because I respect that move. In fact, that is historically accurate. It's an historically appropriate way to drink coffee. All right. Susan, of course, would like to remind everybody that there's no relation betwixt her and Hill Storage and Rigging Company. Thank you, Susan. And she also asks, where do I get my doublets collected over the years or bespoke? Some of them are bespoke for me directly and tailor-made for me. Others are but all of them have been collected over the years. This one fits me perfectly, bought it off the rack. Excuse me, beg your pardon for the coughing. And it makes some wonderful internet audio. This one is from the Chrononauts, and I believe you can find them on Facebook, Chrononauts. Chrononautwear, something like that. They are absolutely wonderful. Others I've picked up just over the years, and most have been made for me. In fact, I think all of them, except save for two, have been made for me directly. And then this one, which was bought off the rack. Goodness gracious. Melissa says, do I have a favorite part I've ever written? Meaning Shakespeare. Masterwork of character. All right. Favorite Shakespearean character would have to be Benedict. And it's a part that I have never gotten a chance to fully play on stage, but he is my favorite. Actually, no, that is not completely true. That is not completely true. You're seeing me change my mind, seeing me call myself out being a liar. Shakespeare, you're a liar. Really? Am I? Am I to change my mind? No, you're a liar. Really? I think I was just changing my mind and I'm clarifying a point. All right, I'm gonna allow it. All right. So you know what? I could just talk. I don't know which way to turn. I could just talk to my face right there. Yeah. You know what, Shakespeare? You're a liar. Yeah. Really? What? Really? I just thought I was changing my mind. No, sir, you're a liar. I'm clarifying a point. All right, I'll allow it. So, there we go. Now, favorite Shakespearean character is Kate, Catherine Baptista from The Taming of the Shrew. She's my favorite. Let us see. Any other questions come in all of this yet? No other questions yet. So I'm going to make up one. Do I have a favorite show that I have personally written? Yes, I do. And that is the Hamlet Christmas special, which is for the version we're going to be presenting online on July 22nd for Christmas in July. The Hamlet Christmas special is my favorite of my original creations. It's just ridiculous. It is the Charlie Brown Christmas mixed with Hamlet, and then it becomes a science fiction episode. Because everybody lives. Just this once. It's a true story. Goodness. Jim says, yeah, I am a liar. Well, you know what, Jim? You're a liar. Your face is a liar, Jim. Friend of the show. All right. Goodness. Any other things that we could talk about? We have a few minutes yet before I hit my half-hour mark. Or we could just end the show now. It's up to you, really. What else? Off-screen wife. Yeah. Do you have a question for me I could answer? Why am I so cute? That's a really good question. I'm so glad that you've asked out there. Why am I so cute? I moisturize. She's laughing, but it's true. I moisturize. I take her product. Actually, she has a whole lot of it, and so I use it. It's nice. It helps reduce the bags under my eyes too. I haven't used it in like 2 days, and you can tell. So I should definitely use it before these Wednesday shows. All right. Susan, favorite piece of instrumental music? Ooh, depends on the day. Once upon a time, I would have said Duel of the Fates by John Williams for Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. And it's so great. Sometimes I would have said the Star Trek The Next Generation theme, but more the Star Trek The Motion Picture theme when you're meeting the Enterprise. That wonderful score by Alexander Courage, the dun 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 dun. It's so heroic in scoring, and it just kind of raises the human spirit. It's wonderful. Other wonderful pieces of instrumental. Would you count La Fortuna? Would you count La Fortuna as instrumental? La Fortuna. La Fortuna. What about Carmina Burana? The Carmina Burana, that very dramatic music that they have it like there's fight scenes that come out. Would you call that would count as a dramatic? Yeah, it would be mostly. I mean, if there's some words, but they're like in Italian.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess Italian doesn't count.
Italian does not count. All right. So there we have it. Let's see. Cinema Reaper Reviews. Hello again, over on YouTube. Is sci-fi my favorite genre? Yeah. It has the widest scope of storytelling. You get to do morality plays. You get to talk about the human condition. You can envelop other genres into it. It's also the most abused genre, abused by both critics and by the storytellers themselves. A lot of people feel that in order to do good sci-fi, you need to have it be appropriately futuristic or something. No, let that be second. Do your world building, mostly off screen or off the page, but like have it all there. But then just tell a story about people. Tolkien did it beautifully. I mean, granted, that's fantasy, not sci-fi, but Tolkien did it beautifully. Tell your story about people. If your story is not about anything, no one cares. It's shiny crap. All right. Let's see. Susan said, neither La Fortuna or Carmina Burana count because they have words. But we've already established, Susan, that as they're in Italian, it counts as instrumental because it's fun. Because no one speaks Italian. No one speaks Italian except Paolo. And Paolo's a liar. That's right, Paolo. I'm just randomly calling you a liar. Jim Teasdale. How long does it take to get myself ready to play Shakespeare? Meaning hair, facial hair, etc. Do I start early growing out, or do I have it down to like a science? Like his gig is in 5 days, so now it's time to stop shaving. Yeah, that is about how long it takes me to have decent facial hair. About 5 days, and then sculpt it. The initial sculpting takes me about 20-ish minutes to half an hour. And then just maintenance. Like today, it was 15. I'm like moving a little slower. Standing hurts, walking hurts on my toe. But like the hair, like I didn't quite get it to work right today. But like I wanted to have the hair be more like that, and it kept falling. So I need stronger hairspray apparently. But facial hair costume, it's usually half an hour most of the time. Now, if I'm going full costume, which I'm not, but if I'm going full costume, so the pants, doublet, under doublet, the shirt, the earring, making sure I have everything just so, pluck random ear hairs, etc. Put on the boots. Then we're looking at 40 minutes or so. And then the rare occasion when I have makeup done for lighting purposes. But that hasn't happened in a very long time. Goodness. Susan asks, the pain of broken toe between 1 and 100. Right here, sitting here, I'm going to say 2 or 3. I mean, it's there. It's annoying. Standing and walking anywhere in the house, we're moving up to about a 6 or a 7. And then when it snagged or brushed against the sheets this morning, oh God, that was 10. Well, no, 10 is childbirth. 9, yeah. So there's that. So, it's good. It's a good time. It's like the smallest thing you can break, and yet it hurts so much. I've broken fingers. Doesn't hurt nearly as bad. It's not even like a load-bearing toe. It's the pinky toe. It's the pinky toe. It's not a load-bearing toe. It helps with balance a bit. But it's just like, dude, why do you hurt this much? That's not right. It's just not fair. It's basically just mocking me. It's just like saying, hey, Shakespeare, who brought 1 minute tangent up on screen? Seriously, who did that? It's me. I'm running my show myself. Shakespeare, I'm going to make your life miserable by breaking this small thing. It's like getting a paper cut. It's like, why? Why does it hurt? Why does stuff on your face hurt more? That's not right. You try to pop a pimple. You're like, oh my God, this hurts a lot. This hurts way more than it should. It's freaking pinky toe, me. Freaking pinky toe. Anyway. Where was I? I don't know. All right. And let us see. Any other things? Susan broke her pinky toe kicking a sofa. Yep. She goes, it does hurt, not as much as kidney stones. Is it broken right now? And do you also have kidney stones now? Because that just seems like double ridiculous pain. And I apologize. But thankfully, you have reliable healthcare. So she's Canadian. Everybody. Susan lives in la province de Quebec. Oh la la. And then Sally rates up there with the hernia. Yep, let's just talk medicine now. Broke foot and toe, keep on trucking, just ouchie. Yeah, it's very ouch. It's like I can walk. It's just this sucks, man. And Susan said, tangent, everyone drink. That is correct. Most painful injury I've ever gotten. When I tore my AC joint in my right shoulder. Yeah, because that's a thing you can do. Playing high school football my senior year, we're doing blocking drills on the sleds, and man, I thought at first I just dislocated my shoulder. I'm like, this is terrible, and just felt things going more and more numb. And then I went up, I took my turn to go up again, and I collapsed to the ground in pain. It was just this blinding white pain. And coach was like, oh, come on, get up and go again. Get up, Shakespeare, go. And he was allowed to call me Shakespeare because it's my last name. And you call people by your last names or nicknames. So anyway, go around and do it a third time. Passed out. The pain was that bad. And they're like, oh, this isn't good. Call the trainer over. He's examining me. He asked where the pain is. He moved my arm a little bit. Again, passed out from the pain. And he's like, this isn't good. So we immediately send me off to the doctor, off to hospital. And they do the examinations. Torn AC joint. I was and also out of the socket and everything. So pop the shoulder back into the socket and then wrap me for weeks. I wasn't able to do much. And I drove a stick shift car. So here's my hand trying to shift. So what I would actually do is I would hold on, like, don't do this, like, ever. But I'm holding on to the steering wheel with my right hand, with the lower part of the steering wheel. I'm reaching over to shift with my left hand. Now, I'm still playing football because I was also the place kicker. I was, not to toot my own horn too much, I was a really good place kicker. And so it's like, all right, no one hit Shakespeare, just kick the ball, block for him like your life depends on it. And we're in a scrimmage with another team, and someone hits me, hurts my left knee, my plant knee. So I'm right-handed, which means I'm right foot dominant. And so the leg that takes all of my weight moving, so at the time, 145, 150 pounds of me plus equipment, all of the weight moving at however fast a human body runs over a 2-yard period, but as fast as you can go. And then twisting your leg at 70 to 80 miles an hour for the whiplash effect in order to pop the ball up through the uprights there. That knee is now very, very hurt. So now that leg is braced up. And so again, I drive a stick shift car, manual transmission, holding on, shifting over this way, and then pulling because I can't move adequately my left foot in order to shift the gears to press the clutch, taking my foot off of the gas and then shifting. And then it was like, oh my God, I'm going to die. My parents, this is proof why my parents possibly should have not been parents. They allowed me to continue doing this. They were like, oh, you're fine. It's the 90s. Go ahead. If it was the 70s, I would have been lucky to have a seatbelt. But I had an airbag, so that was good. But so yeah, most painful injury. It was, and then I twisted my ankle, and that was wonderful. And it was just, I was going out hobbling, pop the ball, run out of the way. That's basically what would happen all the time. Susan said, broken toe years ago, kidney stones now, yes. Je suis un Québécois. Hi, you are Quebec. And I'm so very sorry about your kidney stones, my friend. And she's also Scottish, go figure. Yeah, she's a Scot living in Quebec, but that is a beautiful example of the historical Old Alliance. Yeah, there you go. Ran a bit of history for the day. And Sally was taught to drive stick by the sound of the motor, only need stick to start and stop. Well, that's not good. You should need the stick to switch gears too. And yes, sound and feel. Like I would go by feel too, because I would often have my radio up too high to really listen to the motor. But looks like we've been on for we've been on for 40 minutes now. So as there are also no more questions to go, I want to thank all of you for joining me here today for this just fun AMA. There's going to be no show on Friday, so no Shakespeare Shameless Self-Promotion Happy Hour this Friday. I'm taking a longer weekend. I'm going from a normal 7-day weekend to a 9-day weekend this time around. So I'm going to be spending some time with off-screen wife and just enjoying ourselves, playing on the Nintendo Switch, if foot permitting, going for a nice walk. Probably not going to be able to run on it until next week or so, but it is wonderful. Thank you all for joining me. Cinema Reaper, thank you for coming in and joining. Come anytime. The show airs all the time on YouTube and Facebook. So glad that you had a good time, and also for asking me questions. Thank you. Sally is saying I am correct. Cool. Awesome. Thank you, Sally. Susan is reminding us that Canada Day used to be called Dominion Day, so there's still one big family with the old country. That is correct. God save the Queen. And I can say that because I'm Shakespeare. So tomorrow, Talking Track at 6 p.m. Let's bring that back up on screen. Boom! Talking Track at 6 p.m. tomorrow. No Shakespeare Shameless Self-Promotion Happy Hour on Friday, but on Sunday, I do hope you'll join me for Nat 21 Adventures. The only thing better than a natural 20 is getting a natural 21. It's a Dungeons and Dragons game every Sunday night with your favorite performers from the Renaissance Fair. Join me, Paolo Garbanzo, Roger Austin from the Lords of Adventure, Damo Ignis, and Mab, just Mab. And you can get there. Do I have it right? Yep. You can find us by going to facebook.com/nat21adventures or twitch.tv/Paolo Garbanzo. And I don't have a banner for that one. But friends, if you have enjoyed this show nearly as much as I've enjoyed performing it, then I've obviously enjoyed it twice as much as you did, and that's called math. Now, whatever you feel the show is worth, a 1, a 5, a 10, for a 50, you can get a part of my next show, and that is the Hamlet Christmas special. Go and buy me a cup of coffee at coffee.com/Shakespeare. That's ko-fi.com/Shakespeare. Let's have a sip right now while we're at it. Oh, that is some amazing internet audio. And also become a Patreon of the art by going to my Patreon account, patreon.com/Shakespeare. I have 45 of you now, and my heart is very full. You are helping to keep me semi-quasi-gainfully employed. Speaking of semi-quasi-gainful employment, please do also check out our next Wednesday night, A Midsummer Night's Dream of Equality. You can contribute to the Indiegogo campaign, which will be benefiting the NAACP's Legal Defense Fund, a very important cause right now, by going to Indiegogo, look up Midsummer Night's Dream of Equality, or just follow that link right now, write it down, take a screen grab, just do that. It's also in the show notes. And anything else I need to show you? That's just my Ask Me Anything, and that's me. So, friends, this has been Shakespeare's Coffee Break. I am your friendly neighborhood Shakespeare. Thank you so very much for joining me here today. It is my esteemed honor and pleasure to always be here with you. Happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. Happy Treason Day, basically. Yeah, and it's an illegal rebellion that we're celebrating. But every rebellion is illegal in the third person, their rebellion. But in the first person, that's what makes it legal, our rebellion. That's what makes it great. But thank you. Canada, happy Dominion Day, happy Canada Day. Love you all. I love you, you love me. There is mutual glorious affection. I will see you all again soon. And take care of yourselves, stay safe, and stay healthy. Bye-bye. Oh, I don't need to show you that.